If your dashboard still look like this, we have to take it up a notch. So how do you go from this to this? Check that out. So this is way easier than you think, and I'm going to show you guys step by step how to do the transformation. Let's go. So here we are in the tutorial, and before we begin, just a huge thank you to everyone that signed up to my website on Jellyman Education to learn a lot more Tableau, which is amazing. If you want to follow along with this tutorial, there is a link below that will give you all the assets, all the images that you'll be needing, the work file, and the final workbook as well. So just click that link and you'll get everything. So once you have it, let's go to dashboard 1. And there's really a few things we do when it comes to cleaning up a dashboard. And I do this all the time for a lot of people professionally, because they just don't know how to take it from this to something really artistic, but also functional. All right. So when you look at a dashboard like this, and we want to make it interesting, first of all, the placement already looks pretty good. A lot of the things that make it ugly is when things get too close. So for example, if I do this, if I just move this over, when there's no spacing, that's actually what ruins the look. If the spacing's not even throughout or the titles are too big, it's the stuff that stands out too much that actually creates a lot of the problems, all right? So the first thing we're going to do actually for this is add a background image. So in the file that you downloaded, you will see an image. What we're going to do is down here, you're going to see image. I'm going to drop that in. Now just make sure you're set to floating here, and it'll just make things a little bit easier. So I'm going to bring in image, drop it anywhere. Right? We're going to go choose and look for that image file. Okay, so here I'm in downloads, and it's just this one here. Now I intentionally chose something dark, but it actually works well with bright colors as well. The whole idea is you want to set a contrast between the objects in your dashboard and the color in the back. Okay, so we're going to set this to center image. Just click that one as well. Just makes it a little bit easier, and go OK. All right, now here we go. To get it perfectly in the dashboard is you actually want to go here to layout and play with these things, right? You can do it manually, but it just takes a long time. So you want to set the positions to be 0, 0 for X and Y position. Then the width is really just the width of the dashboard, which I've intentionally set to 1600, and the height is 900. So I did this kind of ahead of time because you pick the dashboard dimensions and then you generate an image that fits those dimensions. It just makes it a whole lot easier. Now, as soon as you do that, it's going to stack on top of everything. So what we want to do is click on the image. Then here on the top right, you're going to see this menu, and you want to go floating order. And you can't see it the way I've set it up, but let me just show it this way. Oh, let's just move this one across just so you can see it. You're going to go here, floating order, and go send to back. Okay, as soon as you do that, I'll do it now, everything's going to come on top. Great. But now the problem is we can't actually read it. So one trick is if you go to format and go to workbook, you're going to see here with the all section, just set this to white. And as soon as you do that, all the text turns to white, and it just lets us see what the contrast looks like straight away. We want to get rid of all this white section because there's actually a white background on these items. So I want to get rid of them on literally everything. So the way we do it is click anywhere here on the white space, format, and then here in the paint can, I'll just zoom in so you can have a see, this one on sheet, and it's this one right here. You want to set that to none. So none. Okay, and then want to click here on the bottom. I just left click on the white one. When you have this formatting window already open and you click on something else on your dashboard like here, this is now set to format this one, and so on and so forth. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can always right click the white space and format. Okay, we're going to go paint can again and off. Same thing here and off. Okay, and this one I don't think it even has one. It barely has one for this map. All right, so that's the first step. The other thing is we're going to clean this one here, this sales and profit comparison, because you can actually see here there's way too many lines. There's way too many labels. It's just not good. Excuse me. First thing we're going to do is, if I go to this sheet by clicking this button here, okay, it's going to look kind of invisible because the text is white. So temporarily what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Format, Workbook, and we're just going to change this to black momentarily. Okay. All right. So that's the first thing. Now we're going to get rid of a lot of the lines that are in here. So we're going to right click the background, Format, and then here on the borders, okay, we're going to adjust this. The row divider, we actually want that to be gray because gray against the black will let it fade a little bit better. And the column divider, we're going to turn off. So column divider off, right? None, none. And in this one, we're just going to make it a little bit darker. I choose typically this one right here. Okay, if you can see that one right there. All right, now it's going to look dark here, but against a black background, it's going to be near invisible. All right, the next thing is, and I don't know if you can see it, but there's little grid lines here. Okay, against black, that'll really turn up. We don't need it. So again, we're going to right click here and go Format. And the grid lines one that we are interested in is, if you go to Grid Lines, Columns, and Grid Lines. So we're going to turn that one off. And the zero line. So the zero line is this little dotted line that is here. Completely useless. Don't need it. So I'm going to turn this one off. Now it doesn't look like it's anything. I turn this one off. All right. But we're getting, so this is the secret when it comes to making clean dashboards. You want to get rid of everything and anything that doesn't actually contribute to the data itself, right? Because you have grid lines, but there's labels there. Well, what do you need the grid lines for? It actually just adds more mess. Okay, now we got that. We also don't need labels for everything. So what we're going to do is, if you click here on profit, right, we're going to drop profit into label, right? So I'm going to go into the menu here on the left, look for profit, and drop it into this label. Okay, like so. Now, the reason there's already labels is you can actually add labels with this button. It's kind of a shortcut to just add labels to everything, but adding it here gives you a lot more control and customization. Okay, so we got that one, and we're going to format the label. So here, we're going to go min and max and pane. Now, pane just means it's going to do each subsection on its own. So there's a min and max in each one. Okay, that's it. And then instead of just like a, not decimal, what is it? A comma style number, 17,733. We just need the big 1,000 number. So we're going to go here to this label, format, and here in number, we're going to go to currency. We don't need decimal places, and we're just going to set this to thousands. Okay, so it's a much cleaner look because it still tells you the image, right? 18,027. And the reason this is also important is when you're working professionally and you're sending these reports to CEOs or directors, they need just basic numbers a lot of the time because they go, all right, well, the lowest is 18, call it 20, and the highest is 30, right? So there's a $50,000 gap between highest and lowest sales, right? That's the kind of math that they do. So we don't need hyper specifics. All right, for the next one, we're doing the same thing. So here for the sales marks card, we're going to drop in sales into label. Like so. We're going to right click this label, format. And same thing, we're going to make this currency. We don't need decimal points, and we're going to make it thousands. There you go. And then in the label, instead of all, we're going to do min max, right? And that is it. Much cleaner. Now the gapping on this is actually quite small. I'm going to increase the spacing between these bars just a little bit. So here in all, just makes it easier because it'll apply to everything. We're just going to reduce the size just a little bit, just this one in the middle. Okay, just a smidge, not a lot. There we go. Just little adjustments. All right. Next thing is here in the category, I want to rotate this label. So I'm going to right click this one, rotate. Right, now we've got the rotated label, and we don't need this category label. So I'm going to right click that, hide field labels for rows. Again, if you notice, I'm actually trying to get rid of as much as I possibly can. If you really wanted to, you can even get rid of these access labels, but we're gonna leave it for now. All right, so if I go now back to dashboard 1, all right, you're gonna see everything's invisible again. We're gonna go Format, Workbook, and again set everything to white. Now let's have a look. Right now, I don't know if you can tell, but already this dashboard is looking a hell of a lot cleaner. Okay, so far so good. We're also going to get rid of the lines here. So that line, and that should be it when it comes to the bordering. So I'm going to right click here, Format, and that'll be in this one. So Border, Sheet, and we're going to look at Row Divider, this one right here. None. Okay, so now you're probably wondering, well, yes, it's removed a lot of stuff, but it doesn't actually look any easy. It's not any easier to read. Okay, so this is the part we're going to do next, which is we're going to add a black background behind all of these. Okay, and the way you do it is when you're on this menu, you're going to go Layout up here. I'm going to add a black background. Okay, it's going to sound a little bit silly at first, but bear with me. So black. Okay, and we're going to increase or reduce the opacity. I don't know, 65% should do it. Okay, and we're going to do that for each one. So here we go. Black. It doesn't have to be exactly 65. Do it for this one. Black, 65. Black, 65. And then this one, black, 65. Now for this one on the left, the text, because it's not a visualization, I tend to make it different. So here we're going to make this kind of a dark blue, right? And if you want to pick a dark blue, just go here to More Colors and just pick any blue and go down here on the bottom end. It has to be quite dark for this to work. Okay. All right. Now here, we're going to reduce its opacity as well. Okay. That'll do. Right, and then we're also going to do it for the filter. Now with the filter, because it's actually in a container, as you can see, we want to apply this background to the container, not to the individual elements. So the way you do that is, if you click on any of these, you can either click on the triangle and go, there's a button here, select container near the bottom. I'm just going to move this to the left so you can see. Okay, so let's say I've got that one activated. Click on this, you're going to see select container. That's one way. The other way is simply to double click this handle. Okay, I'm going to double click that, and you'll see the whole thing turns blue. We're going to click on the triangle. Oh, sorry, not triangle. We're going to go here to the left, background, and this one I'm going to make it dark red. Again, just cause. All right, so red, and go pretty dark. Okay, there we go. I'm going to move it back. Rough placements. We're not trying to be specific with the placements yet. And I'm going to reduce the opacity till you can just see it's red. There you go. Barely. All right, so you can already see just with those really basic changes, we're already getting close to something quite interesting. All right, the next thing is the padding. Now, the padding is, if I go here as a good example, see how close everything is to the very edge? It's just a bit busy, right? So we want to give our dashboard room to breathe. So the way we do that is for every single one of these, you're going to see this section here, inner padding. All right. So that's in the layout section. And just make sure the dashboard's active. And we're going to add a 20, I don't know, pixel padding, right? So that's 20. I'm going to add it to this one. Now, if you can't see it, you probably just have to scroll down or move this hierarchy part below. Do it for this one. There we go. And 20. And 20. Now with this one again, you click on one of them, double click the handle. And 20. Like so. All right. Now it's looking pretty good. All right. What else are we going to do next? Let's see. All right. So now we're going to clean up this part, the labels. We're just going to space out the text a little bit. So I'm going to click on the triangle, edit text. I'm going to make these titles just a little bit bigger. So let's say 14. How's that look? Yep. I can barely see my cursor for some reason. All right, 14. I'm gonna space this one. Whoop, no. I don't know why I can barely see my cursor. It's weird. Okay, I'm gonna do this one. There we go. If I go OK, it just gives a little bit of spacing. Okay, we're gonna open it up until we can see everything. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, next thing is we are now, oh, we forgot the padding on the top. So here, layout and padding, we're going to do, let's do 20 as well. All right, now we're gonna center justify all these titles. So I'm gonna edit text, and we're just going to center justify. We're almost done, guys. It does not take too long to clean up the dashboard. Okay, like so. We're going to do this title. I'm actually just double clicking now. So double click the title, double click the title, double click the title. Okay, now we can start putting things roughly pretty much where they're going to go. All right, let's move this one to the top. Sometimes when the handle's at the top and you can't get it all the way up here, I just activate it and just press up on the keyboard just to get it into where I want it to be. Okay, there we go. And now what I'm doing is every tile is going to be spaced as evenly as I can make it. Okay, so evenly from the edge and however much space it needs. All right, so this one needs about that much. Okay, we're going to space this one out now. Okay, go like that. Now, if you ever see that, the hashtag, it just means it needs more space. That's all it means. Like so. Now place this one. Like so. Place this one. Like so. This. Now, obviously, every dashboard's a little bit different. And as you learn more tricks, it gets easier and easier to learn kind of how you want to style it. And in fact, a lot of the times you can do it ahead of time. Like before you've even designed it, you already have an idea of how you're going to style it. All right. Now, the last thing we'll do is we're going to change these title colors just so they have a bit of contrast. Now, you can do them individually, or you can go Format, Workbook. And then here on Worksheet Titles, we're going to change this to yellow. And I'm going to bold it as well. Like so. Yeah, that's a bit strong. Maybe we'll just gold it up a bit. Okay. And that's it. That's how you transform a dashboard. So again, not super complicated once you know what you're trying to do, and the steps are pretty much the same. Now you can build all sorts of amazing dashboards. By the way, I teach all of this stuff on my website on Jollyman Education, not just this dashboard, but a whole heap of them, because when you are looking for a job specifically, these are kind of the things you want to showcase to employers. And there's actually a whole course on that on my website as well, plus an actual job guide as well. That's the stuff people ask me about all the time. All right, so again, if you wanted to have a final version of this, it is in the description below. Feel free to download it. Until next time, thank you for watching, and bye.